Let's have a conversation.
Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure I'll see you at one of these events again
all
soon.
time, we got Mark with Mindful Reality Podcast, who I've been a guest on, and it was a blast.
Thank you for having me, honestly, and I cannot wait to do it again. We're going to do this again in the future. I just know it.
What's up, everybody? We're live in the place to be. Mindful Reality. Reality TV from a mental health perspective. It's your boy, Mark. I'm here. It's my first day back in New York after 4 days out. Back here finally. Well, technically, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I came back Monday, so I guess you could say 3 days out. But it's my first day back at the crib, back at the computer, off the phone. I was so tired of going live with my phone. You wouldn't believe how different it is going live on my phone. What's up, Cass? Hey, Lisa. We are day 84. We got 16 days left, Marlene. I can't believe some people jumped on day 84, honestly. It's like I'm not mad at y'all for leaving and saying the show is too much for you, but I understand the people who told me that at day 50, at day 60. But 84 days into something, it's like if I'm watching a movie that I thought was going to be so fire, and the movie is 3 hours long, and I have watched for 2.5 hours, I'll suffer through the last 30 minutes just so that I can say that I completed it cover to cover. I can't see myself leaving that close to the end. Hey, Lisa, you're actually here early. You know what? Put a applause in the chat for Lisa, because Lisa is rarely early. However, I will have to admit that whenever Lisa joined Discord, she has pretty much been early ever since. I don't know if Discord has anything to do with it or if it's just a random coincidence, but meh. Thanks for showing up on time, Lisa. That means I can leave on time because I actually plan to leave right at 10. Still watching the episode. Matt's playing Vito. I can't believe Matt got sucked into everything Jag says, but he's not, though. And I'm going to get into that. He's not actually sucked into everything Jag says. Trust me. What I'm seeing is happening now that I'm seeing some diary room stuff as Jag is not that he's with everything Jag is saying, but he cares about Jag agreeing with his points. He's not just going to say, no, Jag, let's not do this, let's do that. Matt has kind of adapted something that Sari does, which is to provide counterpoints and hope that some of those counterpoints will seep into Jag's head and, veer him in the direction that he wants. Hey, gals and guys. Right, Cass, right at the beginning, Mark. And I was here early, too, so shout out to myself. Guys and gals, just one guy. Edward's here. I don't know how many. See, I'm not going to make the assumption of which of these names are guys and gals, but there's multiple guys here. If for nothing else, me and Edward. Still watching the episode. Okay, so that was kind of funny, but that was not significant. Be back when Mark announces he's ready to leave. Okay, guys, too. Just saw one up. No pun intended. What's up, everyone? YTC Star. I actually laughed out loud. Yeah, that was funny. It actually reminds me of back in high school. I lived in a dorm in high school, and I remember that our dean would take us to this Chinese restaurant, and we were all poor high school students. All we got was our cafeteria, which we didn't feel was enough. And I remember some of my classmates from the dorm would actually bring Ziploc bags to the Chinese restaurant, and they would slip in chicken wings and stuff, and they would bring the chicken wings back to the dorm, and they would eat afterwards. Hi, Joan. Lisa, that part was funny. Your faithful's not leaving. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all faithfuls. If y'all watch the show, The Traders, that's what that word makes me think of now. They have traders and they have faithfuls. But I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat, Edward. What got me today is definitely mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to get to my notes now that I've gotten to all your comments. It's not like I have a big amount of notes, but that's because not a big amount of new things am I learning from the episodes. So I just take notes on the few little tidbits that I'm like, oh, that was interesting. One of them was early on in the episode. It was showing Cerie's relationship with Matt and how close they were getting. That was some foreshadowing for what they were going to show later in the episode, but it was showing, you know, Cerie's thoughts on Matt and how she said, I love Matt. You know, it's his smile, it's his innocence, and it showed Matt also saying, you know, I really trust Cerie. Cerie and Jag are my, you know, 1 and 2 people in the house, and I really trust them. Hey, Miss Snappy Kid, what does Matty Ice mean? Well, I don't know if this is how they mean it, but there's actually a football player that has the nickname Matty Ice. That's good to hear, Mark. Totally get that Matt cared about his duo and supporting Jag. Yes, and I'm going to get to this. Do you think Jag has a chance of winning out? It's possible. God knows. Hello. I didn't see any feeds, but I'm wondering how it all actually went. Okay, so that was the first thing that I have in my notes. This is the second thing. And again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody in a, not on here, but on a Facebook group that I'm in was arguing with me today. And I was mentioning something that I saw, and they were like, timestamp or it didn't happen. And I was like, I'm not a timestamp person. I don't have the timestamp, but I watched it. So you don't have to believe me. They're like, you're lying. And I'm like, what do I gain? I mean, I know there are pages out there where people lie about things, but I'm not one of them. I either saw it with my own 2 eyes or went to a credible Twitter source, which probably had video clips. But this Matt Cerie conversation that they said I was lying about, y'all, I was driving and it was on while I was driving. And it was a long conversation and I listened to all of it. So even though I saw that little summary that somebody put up and I reposted that, I saw it myself. I heard it myself. So I'm not going to argue about that. That's a sidebar. But the reason why I'm saying that is because Felicia told Jag that Cerie said that Blue's the target, that Cerie said to Blue that she's the target. Cerie never actually directly said to Blue that she's the target, as far as I know. And at least, and definitely not at that point. Definitely not at that point of the show. Because we saw her even in the diary room. She was like, I would like to tell Blue, but because of the potential for Blue to tell Jag that I told her and blow up my game, I'm not going to tell her. So what Cerie actually told Blue, what she actually told Blue was, win that veto, girl. Win that veto is not the same thing as telling somebody, Jag told me he's trying to take you out. Another interesting thing, Jag actually told Sari about the plan to take Blue out before he told Felicia. And Sari didn't tell Felicia. So all this snitch this and snitch that stuff, Sari does not really reveal information that she knows unless she has to, and unless she thinks that she can at least somewhat trust the person, so there's not a big backlash on her. So Sari is more of a logical player than an emotional one, and Felicia is more of an emotional player. Matt Ryan. Hey, Edward, like the live. Yes, y'all. I always have to say this. It has been 84. Listen, okay. I don't usually do this. I mean, I do it sometimes, but I don't do it all the time. I don't compare myself to anybody else. However, we have been 84 days deep into the Big Brother house. Many of y'all favorite vloggers have said, I can't take what's happening in the house. It's exhausting. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a mental health break. I don't have the time or the energy to do this. Time and energy does not grow on trees. So I don't have some life where I'm sitting in my house all day. As y'all can see, I did a live for y'all in the car on my way to the park for my workout. I did a live on my way to Virginia. I did a live on my way back from Maryland to New York. You know, in between all these different things that I'm doing, I still make sure that I'm here and I'm not taking a break and I'm not ending. And barring, knock on wood, barring some kind of major emergency happening, I will be here for the next 16 days, as I have been for the first 84 days. So at the very minimum, I would appreciate a like on the video just to help boost me on the algorithms. I have 37 people in here. I would like to see 37 likes. And just because I'm assuming that there's not 37 likes.
What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
Shout out to the people who told me not to play that. That was for you. Let me see. That was the very minimum. Likes are free. If you would like to contribute to my channel in any way, there's multiple different things that you could do. There's my channel memberships, which at this time, my cheapest membership is only $2.99. I have a peer counseling membership where I provide 2 monthly peer counseling sessions. My specialty is helping you deal with anxiety, depression, and finding your motivation, which would involve 2 30-minute Zoom calls per month where we can address those things for those who need it. My Cash App, my PayPal is at the bottom of the screen. And like I was showing you guys before, I have care packages that I have picked all those items out myself. And if anybody is interested in getting one of those care packages, hit my email and we will make that happen. And that's my little infomercial for now. And I'm going to get back to these comments. Which it seems like there's a lot since the last time I read the comments. Okay. Hi, Chanel. And that's why I respect Sari. Me too. Sari is very strategic. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to say. Matt. So we finally got some true Matt thoughts, because it's hard to like pick up what Matt is thinking based on the conversations that he's having with people. But it showed us in his diary room entry that Matt was like, I trust Sari and I trust Jag. Those are my two people, and those are the people that I want in my final three. So what's happening when Jag keeps bringing him this information and is saying, you can't trust Sari, you can't trust Sari, you can't trust Sari. Felicia said this, Felicia said this, Felicia said that. I don't think that it is wavering Matt's trust in Sari. I think that it's just making it harder for him because he doesn't trust Felicia. He trusts Sari more than he trusts Bowie, and more than he trusts America, and more than he trusts Felicia. She's second. She's the person that he trusts the second most. Jag's number one for him. Sari's number two for him. So really, every time he gets that information, he's like, ah. So I feel that when Jag told Sari the other day, Sunday, I think it was, if Jag goes out, it's harder for me to protect you because I'm next up in the totem pole, like in terms of who people are going to target. He really means that. I really feel that he's saying, if me and Jag are in there, I will work as hard as I can to make sure that me and Jag protect you. So it's just getting hard for him. It's getting hard for him because he wants both of them in his final three. On Sari's end, she's in the dark about a lot. She's playing the game smart based on the information that she has, but without her people in the house, because she has nobody. The only person that she kind of has in the house is Blue, and I think that Blue is working with her, but Blue is obviously, as we've seen, not perceptive enough about what's going on in the house to be of any real assistance to her. Honestly, Mark, Felicia is somewhat losing my vote for AFP. I don't. My vote for her is not happening. Straight up. Do you wish Mimi at least made the jury phase of this game? It's like, in a way, but I feel like she was just so unhappy in that house. Felicia is funny, though. She was. You're truly appreciated, Mark. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. I don't know if I check out the season. These lies are the best part of Big Brother. Appreciate that, Cass. Musty Zaria. How you doing? That's crazy. Listen. People unsubscribed last year for my Kyle takes, for my Monty takes, for I don't know what else. What else were they mad about? I mean, obviously, you know, the Taylor Joseph thing at the event. People told me they unsubscribed for me this year because they think that I was racist for thinking that it was the right move for Luke to get kicked out of the house. Of all the long list of things that people have told me they're unsubscribing to me for, this one is way down here. I would never unsubscribe to somebody for a GIF. The GIF would have to be something wild. And and to tell you the truth, the things that I have faced in my life this year, I don't care who leaves. And I don't mean I don't care about y'all that are here. But I just mean I spend my time appreciating those who are here, and I don't think about the ones that go. If you choose to go, it's unfortunate. I wish everybody would stay, but that's not how it's going to be on a YouTube channel. I don't have 10,000 subscribers, but even on a 750 subscriber channel, people come and people go. And it happens in life too. People come and people go. It's so backwards. I only watch the show so I can come hang out here. Most definitely. I definitely into until the day I die. I appreciate you, Edward. And for those who were actually here when I started this season, I said to y'all, Lisa was there. I don't know who else was here from this community. Maybe Cass was there. I don't remember. I know Lisa was there for sure. Tammy was there. There was a few, core members that were there from the first few weeks I started doing this on my music and mental health channel. I said, this is my last effort to succeed on this page. And if I don't experience a certain level of financial success on the page, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I'm not going to say I've experienced the level of financial success that I was aiming for yet, but there's just enough of y'all that, tell me that you believe in me and tell me that you enjoy what I'm doing and appreciate what I'm doing, that fuels me to keep going, for as long as possible. And to believe that those things will catch up, like some people go through the steps of skipping the steps of doing things to gain the audience that skip steps, but you can tell the audience aren't really engaged. I, to an extent, know all of you that I see in the comments, and not many pages can say that. For them, it's like revolving door. People come and people go. Hey, Charm Life. Hey, Maya. Facts, Lisa and Edward, same. Your faithful subbies love the Mimi clip. It's become a trademark. And then they said, somebody said, I can see that you're trying to leverage an interview. Let me be frank and real about something. Mimi is not going to do an interview of me because I post a clip of her saying the math is not mathing. You know how many people have spoken to her about that so far? I've seen her on her Instagram referencing storage room clip. Oh, I wasn't trying to go viral with storage room clip. She's mentioned that. So people have mentioned it to her. She's seen it. That is not going to make her interview with me. Pages that really are desperate for those interviews, I'll tell you what they do. They see that person and they dedicate their whole season towards saying favorable things about that person. I did not do that with Mimi. I said when I liked what she was doing. I said when I didn't like what she's doing. The one thing that I said about her always that I appreciated is not even game related. I said, she reminds me of me in my life because I don't compromise in certain settings and I live with the results, sometimes to my detriment, and it might have been to her detriment. But, you're allowed to connect with people that you see in the house. That's what it is. That's what it is. We see people, and for different reasons, we connect with them. I like Mimi, but I don't know. I don't stand people like that. I love the clips though. Diddy bopping. I don't know if I'm the crazy one. Look, I made this stuff a phenomenon. Bless you, Mark. You're appreciated. Much love and respect. Appreciate that. Ditto, Melanie. Keep playing the Mimi clip. I will. When Cerise said at the end the Jag was missing one component to the game and it's her, I liked that. I liked what she was saying. I did like that. I loved that ending. And it showed me that Cerise is still checked into the game, because Cerise seems to be one of the only people that understands if they don't get out Jag somehow in that double of Vic, they are going to lose. All those ladies are going to lose, and she recognizes it, and most of them don't. The other energy that I liked was America's diary room energy. Because America was like, I'm going to say whatever I have to say to Jag to get him to keep me. And as soon as I get a shot at Jag, he's out. So Jag, honestly, to me, is making the stupid move, because I think that Blue winning HOH next week would not be putting Jag on the block. Honestly. I think if Blue wins HOH, or if Blue was there and she won HOH, she'd probably put Bowie and Felicia. I mean, I know Jag doesn't want that, but I don't think that she would put Jag on the block, whereas America definitely would put Jag on the block. I can't believe that I'm rooting for America to win the next HOH. Me too. America and excuse the expression, but America and Cirie are the only ones with the balls to do it. I ditto your ditto, Chanel. Mark, what is our name, the community? I mean, Tammy calls it MRT family, but if y'all have something that's more catchy, shoot it. Let me know, and I will think about it. What do y'all want to call the community? I want to create a forum. I mean, I know that Discord, you know, I have a few people, 10, 12 people on Discord. What other apps do you guys use? Would you guys join me on a Facebook group? Some of you are already on a Facebook group of mine, but it wasn't very active. Would you guys join me on a Facebook group, an Instagram group, like a WhatsApp group? Let me know if you would join me on another app. I hope the target changes to America, but doesn't seem like that would happen. I don't want the target to be America because America is one of the only people who would make moves at this point. I love your channel, Mark. Appreciate that. You become a regular. She might not have anyone, but her, America, and Matt have one thing in common. See, I'm glad you said that, Maya, because this is one thing I wanted to mention. Matt has a skill called hiding in plain sight. And what I mean by that is he will have conversations. He'll tell Matt, he'll tell Jag, oh, I'm going to have this conversation with Cirie and I'm going to tell Cirie this and this and this, right? And that covers him for having the conversation with Cirie because Jag knows that he's going to have the conversation. But in terms of when he talks to Cirie, there's parts of those conversations with Cirie that he doesn't tell Jag because he has independent relationships with them. He has a relationship with Cirie and he has a relationship with Jag, and they're separate. And all he's trying to do is trying to get them not to shoot at each other so they can make the final three. And you know what that reminds me of, if you guys can think back to last season? Monty was in the center, and Monty kind of had a thing with Taylor, and Monty had a thing with Turner, but there was like 5-6 people left. And Monty's goal was to have Taylor on one side and Turner on another side, but Turner and Taylor wanted each other out. So he had to consistently finesse each of them. Hey, I need Taylor in for such and such and such reason. And he's like, I need Turner in for such and such reason. And he negotiated his way to get them in his final three. He made the wrong choice in the final three, but he did good to get them there. I don't know if that's possible on this season. Hey, Mona. Edward, that would be incredible if Cirie won that double HOH. I know, right? Hi, Edward. What did who say about being called racist? Hello, all. I was there. I'm lost on what y'all are talking about right now. I came around week 8 or 7. I can't remember, but I love the content and your positivity and talking Big Brother. And actually, when you came, you had a lot of takes that I didn't agree with, but we respectfully disagreed, and you're still here. Good evening, Deborah. I might say Matt to take the shot, but 75% is saying he's going to keep him there. Sari says he's too scared to take the shot. She might be right. Sari and America are the only women playing to win right now. Definitely. Hello, everyone. Hi again, Mickey. IG. I wish I could do one of those IG chats, those IG group chats. I mean, I guess I could. I have the Discord app. I just never knew what it is really. I have it. I'm not really consistent with it. Hope, trust. Reality fam. Reality fam. I like that. Mark, you said some people unsubsidize you because you. No, actually, I don't even think that person who said that I was racist was even subscribed to me, actually. But I probably mentioned that in the list of unsubscribers, but I think that person was not subscribed to me. Hi, Tammy. I keep thinking America is going to, I hope that would be amazing because otherwise it's going to be boring. Unsubscribed, obviously. I have X Twitter. I have Twitter and I have a Facebook group. I'm going to post my Facebook group link in here. And hopefully those of you who are interested, because I'm looking for ways to stay connected with everybody outside of when I do my YouTube, because I'm not always going to be on YouTube every single day like this. So it's a good way for me to get information out to everybody. I'm trying to get my Twitter. Oh, Twitter does not want to work right now. Oh, here we go. So profile. I currently still have my blue check on Twitter. But yeah, this stuff always takes me too long. Okay. So this is my Facebook group link if y'all want to join my Facebook group. Click the link, join the Facebook group. Don't call it that around Ma. But I mean, why did it was one person. It was not on my chat, on my live or anything. One person said that in the comment section. They were going back and forth on my video where I said that they made the right decision to eliminate Luke. And then they were like, Luke should not have been eliminated. Kirsten said it too. And we had a whole back and forth about whether black people can say it to black people or whether white people can say it to black people. And eventually he was like, the reason why you want Luke out of the house is because you're racist. And I'm like, the logic ain't logicking with me for that one. That was that. It wasn't really a situation. America did a camera talk today. She only intends to throw HOH to Sari if they're the last two standing. She's hoping for a quiz. Otherwise, well, that's good to know that you would throw it to Sari. I'm glad to know that they would be working together on that. What is Clubhouse? The answer is no, but what is Clubhouse? Look to go to America, but she didn't share the circumstances. Well, they both. I think Sari would actually rather America win and Jag on the block, because that's the reason why she wanted Blue in the house, because she was like, Blue could be the one to take the shot. Oh, okay. Just finished the episode. I'm so tired of the way the Blue doesn't understand what's happening in this game. I'm tired. I'm tired. I have no valid points, so let me attack your character. See, and this is exactly what happens. That's why I don't take anything personal when people say things to me on YouTube or whatever, because I'm like, y'all don't even know me personally. So, oh, well, because I don't have a point that I can counter you with, I'm just going to start talking about you. But it's like, you're not somebody in my personal life. So all you know is what I come on here and talk about on my channel. And chances are, those of you who have been watching me for a long time, yeah, you do know some things about me. I've told you some things about family. I've told you things about aspirations in life, places that I've lived, things that I've done for work, my profession. But that's people who are consistently watching me over a course of time. It's not usually that somebody who has been following and supporting me for a long time would suddenly say something out of pocket like that does not match my character. They got real quick for calling you racist, blocked. Oh yeah, I blocked them immediately. Once that came out, I let them talk to me back and forth for a while. It was only when they threw that out there that I was like, nope. And there's somebody else that got blocked on my channel that Tammy knows about. And it wasn't even because they were saying things about me. It was because they had an agenda to constantly talk about racism in relation to Big Brother. And I'm like, yeah, historically, there have been some instances where race has been a factor on Big Brother. There have been some instances where racism has been a part of Big Brother. But don't attach that to every single thing going on in the house, because that's not the case. They were saying Jag is racist. They were saying this one's racist, that one's racist. Listen, you can put up, a person of color can put up two white people on the block and not be racist. A person of color, a person who's white or not a person of color, can put up two people of color on the block together and not be racist. It's not just like that automatic. And I feel that people who do and say things like that are divisive. And I know there's a group of minorities who are like, give me your black card for saying that. My background is very diverse. I've encountered plenty of racism. So I'm not afraid to say that somebody's racist when they are, or that they've done something racist when they do it. I might try Clubhouse. Tammy. Thanks for that suggestion. I'm going to look into Clubhouse. Sari refuses to accept Blue will not take the shot. Her allies are. But her allies are also, in fairness to Sari, her current allies are her allies by default, because all her real allies are out. Felicia turning on Sari was always coming. It was coming from early. I'm surprised that she has allowed Felicia to be such a blind spot. Like Mickey got called out in the BB21 finale about the BB camp comeback about banishing certain house skits. Oh yeah, like there are. I'm not saying that there are not instances like that, but I'm just saying it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. I've always prided myself as an African American male. And actually, my parents, literally, my dad was African. My mother is Guyanese. You know, I did grow up in Canada and lived in different places in North America mostly, but my family is not of American descent. I literally have a bunch of family from the motherland. So one thing that my parents always taught me was don't immediately go to race for everything, because then when you encounter a real race scenario, people are not going to take you seriously. Like if you're walking down the street, somebody's a little too close to you and bumps your shoulder and you're like, "You're racist. You only bumped my shoulder because I'm black." They're going to be like, "Maybe we were just kind of walking too close and I wasn't looking and I bumped your shoulder by accident. What does that have to do with you being black?" Right? So my theory is like, what is it? Measure twice, cut once. So before I call somebody a racist, I think carefully about all the circumstances surrounding whatever happened, whatever was said. And when I'm sure, I will go in. Trust me, I will go in more than somebody who will just go in on anything, because I will have thought about it. And when you come to me with counterpoints, I'm like, nope, thought of that. I thought of that. I thought of that. I thought of that. I am sure. Like I encountered a work scenario where I was experiencing a lot of microaggressions, but I was not sure if this person who was making me go through this was racist. So piled up the evidence. I asked multiple different people. And then when I was sure, I dropped that HR report with all the evidence and I went in and I was like, y'all are going to change this or I'm going to go everywhere with this. The EEOC, the Department of Labor, like everywhere that I need to go. I might get a lawyer if I have to, but that's after I examined every piece of evidence. That's how I am. That's how I do. Not everybody's like that. Like you'll see sensationalized headlines by vloggers when something happens in the Big Brother house. Oh, such and such was talking to this person and said this with the mind blown emoji. If it's the N word, it's the N word. You know, like there's no debates or variations about that, but there's other things that require more context clues, the subtle ones. Hi, Debbie. Better late than never. I have about, 11 minutes. 11 minutes before I hop off. But you caught the last 11 instead of the last one. I hope Ma and Patty are okay, by the way. Ma and Patty. Well, I think Ma was on here yesterday. Oh, yeah, Ma was on here yesterday. Patty was on here a couple of days ago. Janet hasn't been on here for a few days. So the whole alliance is missing, but I'm sure they'll be back. I look back at the season and I'll think of it as a season of one-sided beefs and people who don't really talk to each other about those beefs. Because I see Jag, like Jag had this whole conversation with Felicia where he's like, oh, I don't trust Sari, blah, blah, blah. Sari's doing it again. Sari. And then he comes down to the kitchen and sees her and he's like, oh, how was your sleep, girl? You're my girlfriend. Oh, And I'm like, I don't respect beefs where you're not willing to talk to the other person about what you're beefing about. Because then you're just being fill in the blanks. Listen, I'm actually taking a picture of this comment, Cass, and I'm putting it in our Discord chat. Janet and Patty aren't in there, but Ma will get a kick out of that. Here's a quick recap. We basically talked about how Felicia flipped the script on Sari. Sari in America definitely wants Jag out. I mean, honestly, I'm just, aside from that, I'm just reading y'all comments because nothing crazy or amazing is going on. Oh, I still haven't made my recap of House of Villains episode 2, but I am going to. I'm going to make my recap about House of Villains episode 2. It was a good episode. I don't know when exactly I'm going to do that. I said I was going to do it today, but today I was like reacclimating myself with being at work after a few days off. So, not the jury house. Jag is really guilty of beefing for beef. He's the number one. Mattress asked America about messing up the O'Reilly shrine today. It's been a thing since week 2. So he should mess up the Corey shrine. What kind of contact? It's a Facebook. What I have on Facebook is a group where, I mean, I haven't been active on there in a little while, but typically I just use it to update you guys when I have videos and announcements and things like that. Tonight, I'm actually going to be working on some things because y'all prime time, the most of you that come on here are here on Friday night. Like Friday night, what time did I come here on Friday night? Matter of fact, last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, I was on at like 10 p.m. and so many of you were on. So I'm going to come on at some Friday night time this Friday to see if that's a good time, but I want to do some different things. I might not just come on here just to talk about Big Brother. What I'm thinking of on Friday is doing, Lisa suggested like a game night. That's one thing I've thought of. Another thing that I've thought of is a trivia night, which I guess is a game also. Like maybe a Big Brother trivia night. Another thing is a reality TV roundup, which is not just about Big Brother, but includes Big Brother, where I have a variety of reality TV topics, and I kind of line them up, and we go through each of them, almost kind of like how Royalty does with Big D and Hannah and Tiffany, where I have segments. All right, this 10-minute segment, we're talking about this topic. This 10 minutes is this. This 10 minutes is that. And I line it up for you for like an hour or whatever. And we go through it like that. But I'm thinking of different things that I want to do because the Big Brother season is coming to an end. And I want to keep the page going. I want to keep the fun going. Yeah. We could have different nights. Like one night could be Big Brother trivia. Another night could be like challenge trivia. Not everybody watches every show, but I kind of want to make something for everybody. Thanks for the update. I'll catch the replay in the morning. I just miss you all. Wanted to come in. So this is a thing. This is the thing about you guys saying this, Debbie. I don't always want to be on YouTube for you guys to speak. And the chat. You guys enjoy speaking to each other on the chat. That is clear. Sometimes I skip like 15 comments because it's you all saying hi to each other. And I have zero problem with that. I think that's cool. But I want there to be some kind of platform that I can use where you can experience the benefits of these chats without me being on live. Because I've seen that something that you all like is these streams of conversations, you know? That is the signature of my page and my subscriber base. Oh, for sure. I gotta get your comment too, Ed. You're in that group, I believe. These comments are both going in there. DeVito had Matt missing Riley, I guess. You didn't miss much. That's what Matt told America he would do. America explained Izzy messed up Riley's shrine. Those ideas sound fun. That was the first time. Oh, nobody has signed up for my peer counseling sessions yet. I'm going to check, but I still have this thing that I told all of you that I was going to do for those who are here, which is that I'm going to start off by having free group counsel once a month. So I think an ideal time for me to start with that we are October 24. I want to say that an ideal time for me to start with that is November 1st. Yes, we don't. Yeah, I think November 1st is an ideal time to start with that. And what that would be is like a Zoom group. At the moment, I probably wouldn't want to have any more than 10 people in there, like 10 people or less. You sign up beforehand. It's private, it's confidential. I would run it just like how I run my groups in person. So Matt knows it wasn't America. Interesting. Yeah, maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday I could do the BB trivia. Don't know if it was discussed while the episode was going on. Jag asked Matt about targeting him. Oh, that's interesting. Jag asked Matt if Matt was targeting him, and he said no. Jag was, well, that part has been going on for weeks at this point. I miss you too, Mark. You are the glue. Appreciate that, Debbie. But I don't need the accolades. I'm not just trying to sound humble, but I truly don't need the accolades. And I am humbled by the fact that all of you have come on here, connected with me, but also connected with each other, because I'm not here just for you to connect with me. We're a whole community. And even though I'm the one speaking, look, I depend on these chats to keep me going. I'm not on here for 54 minutes because the episode was lit. I'm on here because the chat has been lit. The chat is always lit. I guess if I was somebody who was only depending on the show to pique my interest, yes, I would leave. I would have been left just like a lot of you. Not a lot of you, but a lot of people. But because when I jump on here, these different conversations that we have, very entertaining, sometimes thought-provoking. You know what? Y'all don't even realize. When I first started this channel, well, not when I first started this channel, but when I was at the beginning of this season and my channel was gaining 10 people a week, very extremely low numbers, I had a chat on here where I was transparent like I always am. And I was like, this is not moving the way I need it to. And I'm like, I believe in my content. I think I'm as interesting as anyone else. And I don't understand why it's not working for me. And a lot of people on the chat were like, thumbnails, hashtags, repost on Reddit and Twitter, this and that. They gave me a bunch of different suggestions. I wrote those suggestions down and I started using some of those things, and they started to pay immediate dividends for me. And then my page got monetized 2 or 3 weeks later. So this page, I give a lot to y'all and I get a lot back. Jag took it all the way back to Riley vote. Man, Jag is just, honestly, I feel like I would like Jag outside of the game, but in the game, I can't with Jag. I can't with hearing Jag talking about the same things on day 84 that happened like 2 months ago. I would love if Matt turns on him too. Yeah, I agree. Probably won't happen, but I would love it. I definitely would like to watch those mental live videos because I can always use a breather. I want to start too having like a morning report, but not a live one, like a pre-recorded morning report where I round up all the stuff going on in the reality TV world and make like an episode out of it for you guys to watch in the morning. And then, I start off or end off with a positive quote. I give some takes on different topics that are happening in the reality TV world. I'm going to start doing it. Y'all are going to see. As soon as I get some time, I'm going to start putting some episodes together. I will. YTC, I'm not. So let me tell you this. There's no guarantees in life. One of my good friends recently just lost their mother. I know somebody else who, is not well right now, is not physically well, and it's bad. I know somebody whose son got struck by a car and shattered their knee and had to get emergency surgery. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to me, but I am saying anything can happen to me. So I don't take any one day for granted. There's 84 different days that I woke up in the morning and I was safe, I was well, I opened my eyes, I was living and breathing, and I did not have anything happen that made it so that I wasn't able to do this. If God grants me another 16 days of similar, where nothing major is happening for me and, I survive, I'm well enough to do it, there's next to nothing that's going to stop me from doing these next 16 days, honestly. Expect to see me here. And that's how I'm living. That's how I'm living. Yeah, 1 a week. I have to think about how many I can reasonably do on a consistent basis. Because I started something on my other channel that you might remember, Lisa, called Monday Morning Inspiration, which I still think is a wonderful way to start the morning. And I think those videos I made were excellent, but I just really had to think about, I need to have a bunch of them so that I can play them every single Monday so people can be like, this is what I expect Monday morning at 8 o'clock. But I loved those videos. I still think that they're amazing. The Riley's cult thing was so real. And shoot, man, the fandom is still going with Riley's cult. Okay. All right. But she's the one who also brought Jag back in. And nobody acknowledges that. I mean, yes, it was Matt's power, but Matt said, Sari, what do I do with it? And that's what Sari said to do with it. So, not called Jack, better be careful having a name in the mouth. So, what? So, okay. I am honestly trying to leave, but what would this Friday wrap up entail, Lisa? Because this is honestly something that I think would be best served for me to record 15 videos at once, 20 videos at once, so that I have 5 months where I can just schedule all these things in one day. Boom, 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 boom. So that every Monday at this time you expect this, and every Friday, because this is how I've learned. So I don't know how many of you are content creators, maybe none, maybe a few, maybe somebody who's going to watch on the replay. But something that you'll realize is very hard to do is to do what I'm doing right now and commit to doing a live every day. This is not sustainable. Obviously, you get sick sometimes. I interviewed Hannah while deathly sick. I interviewed Turner deathly sick. I didn't tell you guys that. I told Hannah before I started. She was like, "How are you, Mark?" And I'm like, 2 days before this interview, I caught a nasty flu bug. And she was like, "Oh, you didn't have to do this." Yes, I did. You know why? Because I'm going on Hannah's schedule. If Hannah was somebody who I could say, "Hey, Hannah, like, I'm sick. Can we reschedule this for 2 weeks down the line when I'm not sick?" Who knows if she'll be available, you know? So I had to do what I had to do. So I say all that to say, if you're a content creator, the smartest thing to do is to have a recording day where you write down all the different ideas of all the different videos, all the different scripts that you want to record out. You go in the studio, or if the studio is your house or wherever you record, you sit down and you record them one at a time. You complete all of those, and then YouTube allows you to schedule when your posts release. So you sit down on the computer, like, this is my work time. And you sit down, you schedule all those videos in advance so that you just sit back and chill. And then you set reminders on your calendar, because something that Royalty taught me is that even if you're not live, people are more engaged in your content if when it goes live, you sit there and watch it and you comment in the comment section. Because if it's just playing and you're not there and you're not commenting, there's going to be less engagement. There's already less engagement as it is if it's not live, period. But if it's not live and you have no comments actively in there, then nobody's watching. Nobody cares. All right, so this is the last thing I'm about to get to. If you do a reality show weekly wrap up, random top highlights of reality shows that week, I could. So this is how I could, right? Because for an example, okay, Big Brother's ending, but we'll still have Survivor, we'll still have Traders, we'll still have what else do I watch? I said Survivor, right? I said Survivor, Traders, Circle, whatever shows that I watch, I don't know. Usually they are done by Thursday. There's nothing that shows on like Friday and Saturday. So it's something that I could possibly make on Thursday to include all the shows from Sunday to Wednesday, and then drop it on Friday and say, as of, you know, this was created on such and such night, and then go from there. I think it could be interesting. I understand. I mean, and you know what? The other thing I'll say is I'm new to doing this, even though I did a month of coverage last year. I'm still new to Big Brother coverage, so I'm far from a burnout. It might sound crazy for me to say this, but if Big Brother was 200 seasons, I'd still be on here. Can I say that I would be on here 200 days in a row? No. But I wouldn't quit. It would take an extreme circumstance to make me quit. Yeah, I'm going to bed too. So thank you all for jumping on. If you have not done so yet, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm on every day. There's 16 days left. I plan to be on all 16. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to get that one in on early. So tomorrow is not a episode. Tomorrow is not an episode. But tomorrow is the challenge premiere. So I don't know when exactly I'm going to be on tomorrow, but I'll be on at some point. There's no way I'm losing this streak. There's no way I'm losing this streak for no reason. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, all. Thank you for joining. You are the stars of my channel, not me. You are the stars of my channel. Everybody who shows up every night, because if you weren't here, you know what I'd be doing? Sitting here and chatting with myself. And I've been there and I've done that and it didn't get the views. And give yourselves a hand of applause. Yeah, I won't be able to see Survivor tomorrow, unfortunately, but I'll catch it. Wait a minute, are Survivor and the challenge on at the same time? I have to check this. Challenge season. The challenge season 39 airs Wednesdays at 8, and that is definitely the same time as Survivor. So sometimes y'all ask me things that make me realize things, and Tammy just did that. So unfortunately, I'm a challenge fan first before Survivor. So it looks like that means that the challenge will be the first watch on my list, and Survivor might happen the next day. I will still cover Survivor, but if they're both on at the same time, the challenge is my show, y'all. But anyways, y'all can always catch those on the replay. And I hope everyone has a fantastic night, and we'll talk soon.
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on it.
That wasn't planned.
You know what?
Thank
But
you.
I like this Canadian.
Well,
I like this one.
well, thank you.